How tired do I actually have to be, Doc, before I realize I'm tired? When my body tells me, damn, you're tired, get some rest.
You know, Captain Brien, we as human beings and Homo sapiens, we started, as cavemen. We used to go to sleep when the sun went down. We used to wake up when the sun rises. And we didn't have all the things that are going on, all the stresses, everything else that is going on. We used to eat healthier, we used to sleep better, and then we became, we became more evolved. We had some fire around. We used to sing
sleep
Kumbaya.
Better on the stone.
Believe it or not,
with the wood and the leaves.
Because we didn't have any distractions.
Yeah,
it's true that now you have, a $2,000 mattress, and before you used to sleep on the floor. But today, you have your television, you have your what's going on in the news, you have what's going on with your kids, you have all the stresses you have bills, you have mortgage payment, you didn't have any of that stuff.
They just used to stress about what they were gonna shoot.
That's right.
They're gonna catch.
That's right. Not even catch. I mean, that was before shooting, and that was catching. That was before we were gatherers. We were cavemen.
Right.
And if you think about it like that, it wasn't that bad then. It wasn't. Life was not that bad. But again, this is a reality show. We live in the present. We don't live in the past.
That's right.
And, this is not a science fiction. We don't live in the future also. So this is a podcast about the present. What does it mean? I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I hear that all the time. Captain Brien, do you know what percent of the population in America is exhausted? Exhausted.
95%.
Believe it or not, it's 40%. People say that they're all the time tired.
I'm
tired, Doc, I'm tired.
But I don't say that. I don't ever get that.
It's true. And I never heard that from you. I never seen you yawn. I really never seen you yawn. You are unique when it comes to that. But you keep yourself. You exercise. I see you on the bike. I see you going to the gym. I see you doing that stuff. You try to eat healthy.
That helps.
Of course. We'll talk about one thing at a time. What can we do to increase our energy level, and what's happening? Why our energy level goes down? So first of all, there is something in the cell called mitochondria. We talked about it in a different podcast, and that mitochondria makes something called ATP. That's the power source of the body. As we age, the amount of ATP, the production of ATP decreases. So the functionality of that mitochondria decreases. So what can we do to increase that? And what are some of the causes of decreased energy? And when should you go to the doctor? When should you change your lifestyle? What you should do?
I have friends. They're always like, oh, I'm exhausted. Right. I'm so tired. I'm going to take a nap today. I go, you're going to take a nap? I don't even understand it. Yeah. How do they just get so tired? They never can catch up. What are you going to do?
And one of the signs, when you wake up in the morning, if you wake up after 6-7 hours of sleep, and you say to me, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, there's a problem there. You understand that? You just slept 7 hours.
Right.
Why are you exhausted?
There's something to be fixed.
There's something to be fixed. So what are some of the things that can be fixed easily? So for example, hormonal imbalance. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about hormone without making it too difficult. There is a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. So when you are stressed out, your hormone cortisol goes up. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. Testosterone, we always associate that. Why are you speeding? What's going on?
This guy has got rocks jumping. See all those rocks?
Oh my goodness.
They were sandblasting the car. Did you see that?
For those of you listening to the podcast, we are sitting in a car here and Captain Brien is going crazy. I don't want to say what speed that, it's crazy.
I'm doing okay.
So he's not tired. He's not fatigued. But in any rate, so testosterone goes down. When testosterone goes down, you feel tired. Testosterone is the hormone that gives you energy, that gives you libido, gives you desire, ability to focus, to concentrate. These are very, very easy things to change. There is another hormone called melatonin. Melatonin, we talked about it in another podcast.
What about the little melatonin pills? Are those good for you?
Unfortunately, they don't work very well. So the best way is to increase your natural melatonin. How do you do that? Sleep hygiene. We had a whole podcast that everybody should listen about sleep hygiene.
This is like part 2 kind of.
It is part 3 almost. It's like Rambo 7. You remember Sylvester Stallone?
That's right.
So this is exactly like that. So melatonin is being secreted when we are in the dark, when we are going to sleep. And melatonin is extremely important for our circadian rhythm, for the rhythm of sleep, for the REM sleep and everything else. So keep everything, keep it cold, dark, and really no stresses. Sex and sleep, that's the only thing that occur in the bedroom, okay? So then a couple other hormones that we like to check. Estrogen. Estrogen is known as the female hormone, although every guy has some estrogen. So estrogen also is important. And again, these are easy hormones to check. So we talked about testosterone, we talked about estrogen, we talked about cortisol, and we talked about melatonin. Another hormone that is extremely important is the thyroid hormone.
So but what are we going to tell the viewers, the people watching and listening right now?
Yeah.
They know, they hear all these key words. I hear them too, but what the hell's going to help them sleep? Or what are they going to do to get more rest?
So first of all, if the
because they're going to yell at us for not giving them the answer.
If the problem is sleep hygiene, listen to our podcast, and very briefly, cold room, 69 degrees, dark room, nothing, not even the smallest light, no night light, no nothing like that, no television in the room.
None of the blue lights on your little LED chargers.
Nothing.
You gotta get rid of all.
You cover them. Make sure you don't see any of that stuff.
I break all these rules.
Right. So and again, and trying, if you are looking at your phone half an hour before you bed, and I know you, Captain Brien, because I see on Instagram, you look at that Instagram all the time.
Right.
Enough. And Facebook and all this stuff. Stop half an hour before, at least half an hour before. Give yourself a break. Give your eyes a break. Then there are special glasses. There are blue light glasses that help lower the amount of intensity in your phone as well. These are all easy tricks to do. I mean, I'm not talking about coming to my office or coming to your doctor's office and checking your testosterone level. You should. If you feel fatigued, if you wake up in the morning and say, I'm exhausted, you should check your testosterone level.
Wake up in the morning and you say,
I'm exhausted.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. I just need to rest the rest of the day.
Right.
That's not right.
That's not right.
No,
Something
that's
is
not
wrong.
right.
No, you shouldn't. I mean, you should be active. You should want, and also if you feel like you don't feel like doing certain activities that you love doing, you say, you know what, Captain Brien, I know every Saturday and Sunday you like to go on your bike. If you say, I don't feel like doing it, what's going on, Captain Brien?
Right.
How come you don't feel like going on your bike? You love going on your bike.
Right?
That's not normal.
Right.
So things that are outside of the usual.
When people start thinking like that and having those feelings, they need to go see you.
That's right.
They gotta.
They have to do that. And they have to check their labs. They have
because sleep is not going to help them feel that refreshing anymore.
Correct.
They've already passed the limits of the 7 hours.
Maybe they overslept.
Yeah.
They already overslept. You know, depression. You know, depression is huge. There are so many people that are depressed. Now, if you have sleep disturbances, you don't sleep enough, you become depressed. If you become depressed, you don't sleep enough. Which one comes first? I don't know, but it really does not matter. Depression is something that we have to hit heads on, see what is the culprit, what's the root cause of the depression, and get to the bottom of that. Not just pills. See what is the problem. Why are you depressed? What is the problem that we can help you, and instead of just giving you pills. It could be that at the beginning we'll give you pills just to get over the hump, but later on we need to get to the bottom of what's been going on. And medication side effect. I mean, a lot of our patients are taking a bunch of medications. Some of these medications, one of the side effects is fatigue, tiredness, etc., etc. So, and you're taking multiple medications, they interact with each other. That's also a big problem.
So here's one that I have, that we are a big fan of drinking a lot of coffee.
Yes.
But the coffee, caffeine will keep you awake.
Well, don't drink coffee before you go to bed. Drink coffee in the morning, lunchtime. You know, after 6 p.m., don't drink coffee. Even though, you know, in Italy they have an espresso after dinner. They do it. Why? Because it's a small espresso. It's not a big jug of, one of these Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks coffee.
Hey,
it's a
take
small.
it easy on my Dunkin' Donuts. I like the Dunkin' Donuts every day.
So it's all about portions. So medication side effect. We did not talk today about anemia. So decrease in iron deficiency. If your diet is not up to par, you can do that. What
about the little iron pills?
So
are those useless as well?
No, they're not useless. Iron pill works. The only problem with iron pill, there are side effects. The main side effect of iron pill is constipation. It plugs you up big time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, of course. Iron pill plugs you up. So So again, if your diet is a healthy diet, you don't need iron pills. But check for anemia. It's easy blood test to check for anemia. Lack of activities, Captain Brien. It's counterintuitive, but when you're exhausted, go to the gym. When you go to the gym, endorphin goes up. All of a sudden, you increase your muscle mass. Increase your muscle mass. You're going to increase mitochondria function. You're going to increase ATP. You're going to have more energy. You're going to increase your testosterone, natural testosterone level. So working out. When I come out of the gym, I feel like alive again.
Right. You get a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, it's not just, you're not exhausted to the fact that you want to sleep. You don't have that exhaustion feeling, right?
Right.
That exhaustion feeling is not the same as running a marathon and at the end of it saying, I'm tired.
Right.
They have this feeling of being...
They have earned that tiredness.
Right.
They have earned that tiredness. That's a completely different type of tiredness.
Yes.
That's, as a matter of fact, most people after a marathon, they don't feel like going to sleep. They still have their high that's from all these endorphins. But at the end of the day, you know, if somebody is a laborer, somebody works in the garden, somebody digs holes, somebody works and he works for 18, 19 hours a day, of course he's tired after that. That's normal. But I'm talking about somebody that, you know, is an accountant working in crunching numbers, and he works for a few hours and he says, I'm exhausted. I mean, it's one thing if you dig holes outside in 95 degrees versus being my accountant and crunching numbers. There's a big difference. So stress, you know, Captain Brien, we had full podcast about stress. Stress is huge. You know, today's stresses that we have, we started the podcast by saying about stresses that we have between payment and the kids and the mortgage and school and car accidents and text messaging and non-stop on and on and on. And then, you know, politicians, God forbid you talk about them and this. I mean, you name it. I mean, you have stress about what's going on in around the world, what's going on in Russia,
all over the place.
From all and it's 24/7. You know, when we grew up, there was 1 hour of news that we used to watch, and that was it. Today it's 24/7, and they, you know, maximize the blood that is going on there. So minimize that. Realize that a lot of it is not important to your life. It really does not affect Captain Brien. What is he going to do today? What's going on in Syria? Really doesn't affect you directly.
Exactly.
Right. So you know what?
It does not.
Stick with what's going on around you. You know, your kids, your parents, your immediate surrounding, your friends. But what's going on right now in some countries that are far, far away don't affect you, right? And you don't get excited over that.
Right.
And so a poor diet, you know, we had a whole podcast about eating. You eat processed food, you feel crappy. You eat sugary drinks, you feel crappy. Eat whole food.
What happens when you take a lot of sugar in and then you feel afterwards you have that down?
Yeah.
That doesn't help you either. You feel that downtime.
You have that crush that after you eat sugar, you feel high for about a couple of minutes, and then you feel a down that it's very difficult to bring up again. So that's also very, very important. So Captain Brien, I want to talk about how to get a boost. You started by mentioning coffee, and we had a whole podcast about coffee. It was a huge, great podcast about coffee. Really enjoyed that podcast. For whoever didn't listen to it,
now I just make everyone drink coffee every time I get an extra coffee. Oh, you got to drink more coffee.
Absolutely. So drinking coffee is my go-to. Every morning I drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee, black, awesome, great coffee. And you know what else? Cut down. If you drink alcohol during lunchtime, it's not a good idea. Right. You know, cut down on that. You know, alcohol is reserved for happy occasion. Alcohol is reserved for as something that will, you know, as a social smoother, as a social lubricant. But don't drink, you know, too often. Overall, the diet. You know, eat very, very healthy.
What about when people say they want to have a glass of wine before they go to bed, or they want to have a night?
I don't recommend that.
That doesn't help you, right?
No, that does not help you. You'll fall asleep, but you won't stay asleep. Same when you're on the airplane. We should do a podcast one time about how to really enjoy the flight, if you can enjoy a flight, how to enjoy a flight and how to sleep on the plane. Everybody that flies a lot, and any frequent flyer will tell you, don't drink too much before you go on the plane. Drink plenty of water, but hydrate yourself. So another thing is hydration. Extremely, extremely important. A healthy diet, extremely important. Practicing yoga and meditation. We had a whole podcast about that. We know we should do maybe another one about yoga. You had a podcast with somebody on yoga. I really enjoyed that as well about a year ago. That was a great podcast. Eliminating stress, exercising, meditation, all these things are extremely, extremely important. And Captain Brien, everything that I told you now costs nothing. And this podcast, you know how much it costs to listen to it?
It's free.
Nothing.
It's free.
Nothing. All the good things in life cost nothing.
I know, it's all good stuff. But the key that I want to get across to the people that are watching, all the people that are watching the podcast today, is what should they do so if they have that feeling, what's the best thing to do at this point?
So if you feel that these feelings are persistent, it's not a one-time occurrence. If you feel like, you know what, I feel like, I'm tired all the time. This is not me. I don't feel like you should come and see me. Or go see your primary care doctor. Get some labs done, specifically hormones labs, and see what's going on. Check that you are not anemic. And if you're getting nowhere, go see a progressive doctor. We talked about it during this show. Progressive doctors are doctors that didn't stop learning in medical school. They continue to learn all the time, and they evolve. They change with time. So go see a progressive doctor and see what we can do to tune you up.
To get it fixed.
To get it fixed.
Crank it up.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching the Captain's Vlog. Listen, we're going to be all week, so tune in. We got a big, big lineup coming your way. And don't forget to give us a good rating if you like the show. Of course, if you like Dr. Daller, you got to give him 5 stars. Send in your questions. We'll have answers, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just send them. You can find you on Instagram.
Daller MD at Daller MD.
And I'm Capt Brien, CaptBrien, and this is the Captain's Vlog, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back.